Hi, we're Clint and Karen Thompson. We live in a 150-mile house along the highway. We're one of the members of Healthy Steps grass-fed beef, and we've been living here Karen was born and raised on this place. She's second generation rancher on this property that her parents bought off of the original founding family that settled it in the 1800s. And we've been, over the years, struggling with trying to raise cattle and survive in commodity beef industry. We've made some changes in the way we operate, and we've always sold a bit of grass-fed or finished beef to customers on a fairly small scale, so we were looking at other ways of doing things. And that took us down the road of went to Ranching for Profit school 4 or 5 years ago, spent a couple more years in Executive Link, which made us come home and implement some pretty scary ideas where we don't ranch as traditionally as most people still are because it just wasn't working for us. And we've joined up with some of these other ranchers in this program because we really believe in healthy food. And
healthy land.
and healthy lands. We're sustainable ag producers. And what do you think, Karen?
Well, I think for us the environmental impact is really important. Like, I love this land. I want to be here for the next generations. That's really, really important. And yeah, I've been blessed to be able to be living here. But with that comes the responsibility. If we don't take care of our earth, and if we don't have a healthy, sustainable food system, and that's worldwide, that's not just with us. It's like, that's the basics. That's what's important to us. And,
yeah, it's hard to say it in ways that hasn't already been said by lots of people that are way further down this trail than we are. But
I think that's what the last 3 days has been about. It's been about gaining more knowledge, more tools to do what we want to do, joining with people who want to do it. If we do this by ourselves, maybe we can make a little difference. If everybody does it, or more people that do it, the bigger the difference.
So some of the ways we do things differently is we got away from, as soon as you start migrating away from traditional production agriculture as it relates to the beef industry, and if you're trying to promote a healthy, safe product, we found out that we could operate more effectively and more affordably and certainly more sustainably without a lot of the higher input costs. We started doing crazy stuff. We broke our place up into small grazing paddocks using electric fencing. That was a pretty steep learning curve, but it's certainly made our land healthier. We haven't used chemical fertilizers to enhance our pasture when we used to do it for the purpose of growing hay. We haven't used that for 4 years now, and our fields are healthier than they were, and we're actually producing more grass per acre than we ever did with those inputs. We sold all our haying equipment last year, cut our operating costs in half. We still have, it's a pretty expensive place to live, trying to survive in commodity agriculture, but we're happy with the way things are turning out for us. We're slowly turning this around. Our cows are profitable in a country where most people would feed anywhere from 5 to 7 months in a winter. We've cut our winters down to 2 months. The last 2 winters, we're calving our cows later. There's a lot of things that have changed in that manner. We're able to run our cows more cost effectively without doing anything unhealthy for them. We've got them calving at a later time of year, so we don't have to feed them quite as much, and we don't have to feed all these additives. We don't give hormone implants to our calves in the spring because our inputs.
Forever.
Yeah. I mean, that's typically what you do in the ranching industry if you're going to go down that trail is growth implants in the ears to get more pounds weaned at the end of the day. When you sell into the commodity market to go to the feedlots, where even more of that happens, and we just didn't really want to be. We can't totally remove ourselves from that because that's where the majority of our product goes, but we just didn't really feel right about being part of that anymore, and it has to start somewhere. And if we can make these changes and be more healthy and sustainable and still make a living, in fact in most cases be more profitable than we were when we were tied into all this infrastructure, it's a win-win situation for us and for the people that want to eat this healthy beef that has no hormones, no antibiotics. We vaccinate regularly, as we think, you know, people need to vaccinate their children and stuff if they don't want them to get polio. But if something gets ill, we will give it an antibiotic shot. We don't want anything to suffer, but that animal does not go into the program that we're promoting, selling to our customers and especially affiliated with our other members in the Healthy Steps group. So we're selling a healthy product that we eat ourselves and are more than happy to feed to our own families, and would certainly be able to use that as a way of differentiating our product from some of the other groups.